friends, we have completed one chapter in our mathematics curriculum. That is, we have completed trigonometry. Okay friends, now we are now to deal with statistics. This chapter, this topic is having a weightage of at least 10 marks in our examination. And moreover, statistics is a beautiful subject. It's a beautiful subject. Many organizations are mostly depending upon statistics. Today, the entire world, business world, is depending mostly on statistics. Now, what is meant by statistics? Statistics is nothing but collecting the data as much as possible. You take the numerical data as much as possible from the past, from the present, seeing and correlating past to present. We can assess the future. This is happened in the past. This is the numerical data. This is happening in the present. This is numerical data. By using past, by using the present data, we can easily find out the scenario of future, the trend of the future. Mostly stock markets are mostly depending on statistics. And many government concerns like LIC, insurance companies, all are mostly depending on statistics only. They are investing crores of rupees. They are earning crores of rupees on this only. By interpreting the data from the past and seeing the present trend, they are just estimating the future, analyzing, interpreting the present and past data. They are analyzing the future. Thereby they are taking the new policies. Okay, they are changing their business trends. All these are mostly depending on statistics. So, let us first discuss about the primary concepts in the statistics. There are three main concepts in the statistics at your level. What they are? Arithmetic mean, arithmetic mode, arithmetic mean in three times. Arithmetic mean in three types. Means mean is calculated in three forms: direct method, assuming mean method, and mean deviation method. In three methods we can calculate arithmetic mean. Next is mode. Next is median. So mean, mode and median are the three categories we have to learn. In mean also we are going to learn three methods. You may be asked to do the problem in direct method, or he will ask you to do the problem in assuming mean method, and or you will be asked to do the problem in mean deviation method. Whatever it is, the mean should be one and the same. In what way you correlate the problem, in what way you do the problem, the answer should be one and only, one thing only. Okay, so let us start the fundamentals here. Now, in statistics, what we use? We use numerical data. Firstly, data has been divided into two. One is ungrouped data and second one is grouped data. What is ungrouped data and what is grouped data? What is ungrouped data means? It is the data collected in a raw position. It is a raw data. It is not table. It is not correlated in a, what I mean to say, in a chronological order. It is only raw data you collected from the particular sample. Okay. What is grouped data? After taking the data, if you are grouping the things, for suppose, you say there are 10 marks, there are 4 students who obtained 10 marks, there are 5 students who obtained 20 marks, there are for 10 persons who obtained 20 marks. In this way, if anyone has told the data like this we call it raw data. He has told 10 people has got 4 marks, 20 people has got 5 marks, or 5 people are 20 marks, whatever it may be. He has told you the rough data, raw data. This is called raw data. But you table them in a manner. How many people got marks from ranging from 10 to 20? You separate them. How many people got marks from 20 to 30? You separate them. How many people got 40 to 50? You grade them and you separate them. If you tabulate this raw data into a systematic order, that is called group data. So raw data has been converted into a systematic group. Here it is not mentioned what grade he has attained. Here you can mention 10 to 20 marks. One who has obtained 10 to 20 marks, he is failed. One who has obtained 30 to 40 marks, he has commonly passed. One who has obtained 50 to 60 marks, you give them B grade. When he has got from 70 to 80, you give them A grade. Like that, you can tabulate the things. However, I think it is known to you while taking your progress report, they mention the grade. You are in A grade, you are in B grade, you are in A plus, like this. How they can tabulate? By taking the raw data, they just tabulate. For A, 80% people who attained 80%, till 80%, 70 to 80%, they are considered to be B grade. One who has got 80 to 90, they are considered to be A plus. One who has got 90 to 100, he has been awarded as excellent or A plus plus. Like this, the data will be grouped. That we call as group data. So the data is divided into ungroup and group. How the ungrouped data will be collected, that I will show you now. It is just like marks obtained, 10 marks, frequency, this is F is frequency. How many members obtained 10 marks? 4 members obtained 10 marks. How many members obtained 20 marks? 6 members obtained 20 marks. How many members obtained 30 marks? 4 members obtained 30 marks. How many members obtained 40 marks? 4 members obtained 40 marks. This is raw data. This is given, if you have been given like this, raw data, marks have been given like this, frequency have been given like this, and you have been asked to find out the mean value. What is meant by mean? The mean is nothing but average mark. What is the average mark of the class? It is it. So here you see, this is marks obtained. That will denote as X. This frequency, how many members have got the same mark, that is called frequency, that we represented F. What we have to do here is, you have to multiply this X with F. What happens is, first you take this class. How many members got 10 marks? 4 members. What is the total mark here? 10 into 4, 40. How many members got 20 marks? 6 persons. So what is the total marks? 6 into 20, 120. How many members got 30 marks? 4 members. What is the total mark? 120. Isn't it? How many persons got 40 marks? 4 members got 40 marks. This is 160. Isn't it? So what is the total mark? What is the total for the marks all the students obtained? You have to combine this. What we name this? If you combined fx1 from first class, if you combine the second class, if you combine the third class, that will write as sigma. Sigma means total. Total Fi Xi is equal to, what is the total? 40 plus 120, 160, 160 plus 160, 320, 320 plus 120, 440. Is it right? 440. Okay. And you also total, make the total of F also. What do you call it as? F is calculated for all classes. This is marked as sigma F is equal to 4 plus 6, 10, 14, 18. Is it not? This is nothing but 18. Now, what is mean? Arithmetic mean is equal to, what is the formula? Sigma Fi Xi by sigma Fi. What is the formula? Sigma Fi Xi by sigma Fi. What does it mean? Total of Fi Xi column by total of frequency column. What is sigma Fi Xi here? 440 by 18. So this is around 4.4. Okay, it is not. This is M. We got the answer as 24.4. So the mean value of the class is given as 24.4. That is the answer. Okay, this is the way how to handle the ungrouped data. I think this may be given for you ungrouped data for 2 marks question or 3 marks question. But mostly you are getting the lengthy question. I mean to say 5 marks and 7 marks questions in grouped data only. Okay. So now let us look over the grouped data. So in this I will say only the what is grouped data. We will solve the problem in next instance. Okay. How the grouped data will be formed? Here he has given 10 marks obtained fellows are 4. But here what this fellow has given 10 to 20 marks obtained. Those persons who have obtained 10 to 20 marks, they are 4. And 20 to 30 persons, they are 6. And 30 to 40 persons, they are 4. And 50 to 60%, 40 to 50%, they are 4. So here the data has been tabulated like this. Okay, so this is called grouped data, where you find class interval. This has been grouped. These 4 persons have been grouped in 10 to 20 class interval. And these 6 persons have been grouped in 20 to 30. Okay, and these persons will be are classed in the 30 to 40 class. So here you are finding class interval and frequency is the same. And one more column you are seeing here is X. What is X here? It is nothing but mean value of the class interval. The mean value of the class interval is X. What is mean value? This is, you see, 10 to 20. This is called lower limit. This is called upper limit. What would be the value of X? It is nothing but mean value. Lower value plus upper value by 2. So 10 plus 20 by 2, it happens to be 15. Is it not? So X is nothing but mid value of the class interval. How you can define X? X is the mid value of the class interval. So here we don't do the problem, just I am mentioning here. 10 to 20 class interval is there. What is the mid value? It is 15. 20 to 30 class interval, 20 plus 30 by 2, 50 by 2, that is 25. 30 is 70, 30 plus 70 by 2, it is nothing but 35. Is it not? 40 plus 50 by 2, 90, that is 45. Okay, here you see, whatever the gap you may maintain in class interval, 10 to 20, what is the difference between the upper limit and lower limit? It is only 10, that is only maintained here. 15, 10, 25, 10, 35, 35, 10, 45. Is it not? So this is the concept. What is X? What is CA? What is frequency? And in calculation, we will take the each class for FXI. In the same way, we will do the problem. But I will do the problem separately. Only you know the particular words, terminologies, what we used here in the table. In grouped data, we maintain the details of class interval, frequency, and mid value of the class interval, and FI/XI. Okay? So, if group data has been given, how to find out arithmetic mean? So, this arithmetic mean can be found out by three methods. What are they? Direct method, assuming mean method, and mean deviation method. What are they? They are direct method, assuming mean method, and mean deviation method. This assuming mean method as well as mean deviation method are one and the same, only small calculation different, but direct method is different one. In the examination, you will be asked to find out AM on your own, or he will specify from which method you have to do the problem. So you have to solve the problem by which method you are asked to find out. Now we will solve the problem by direct method. Okay. So in this, we are now doing a problem in direct method. Okay. A data has been given like this. How? Class interval has given, frequency has given. The two columns you have to prepare. Okay. These two columns will be given by the examiner, by the question paper, or in the problem in the textbook. You have to prepare these two columns again additionally. So here you see he has given 10 to 25, 20 to 34, 30 to 42, 40 to 54. Being to calculate this problem, you don't require anything other than that. But actually doing the problem, after understanding this data, what is the data he has given? 10 to 25 means what? Here it is representing frequency. 5 members have obtained marks in between 10 and 20. And 4 students have obtained marks in between 20 and 30. And 2 persons have obtained the marks between 30 and 40. And 4 has obtained marks from 40 to 50. This is the data, interpreting the data. Don't do blindly numerical data. You understand the concept. So now we were asked to find out the arithmetic mean for this. What is mid value? Already told you previously. What is mid value? Mid value is nothing but the mean of the class interval. Okay. What is the first? This is first class, this is second class, this is third class. You divide the data into 4 classes. First, second, third, fourth. Okay. In first class, what is the mean of the first class interval? 10 plus 20, 30. 30 by 2, 15. It is nothing but mid value of the class interval. 20 plus 30 by 2, 15. Okay. And next you take the second class. What is the range 20 to 30? What is the mid value 20 plus 30 by 2? It is nothing but 25. Is it not? And what is the next class? 30 to 40. What is the mid value? 30 plus 40 by 2. 35. Like that. 40 to 50. 40 plus 50 by 2. 45. You got 45. And what is the next column? Multiplication of the second column by third column. F into X. Why we have written FI, XI? This I am representing the class. in the first class, f1 x1, what is the value? Second class, f2 x2, what is the value? Third class, f3 x3, what is the value? Fourth class, f4 x4. That I represents the which class you are doing. Here you see first class, 5 into 15, what is the value? 75. 25 into 4, what is the value? 100. 35 into 2, it is 70. 45 into 4, 80, 90 into 2, 180. Okay. So, what we have to do at the last, you have to total the figures, fi, xi. So, if you are making sum of all these fi, xi, you will write as sigma. Sigma representing the total. Sigma means total. Total of fi, xi is equal to, what is the total? This is 175. This is 70. 175, 70, 245. 245 plus 100. 345 plus 80. 425. Is it not? 425. So it is 425. Now, you have to make the sum of all f. What is f? Total 5, 4, 9, 2, 11, 4, 15. So what we term it as total f means sigma f. Sigma means total. Total f is equal to 15. So now what is the formula for AM? AM is equal to arithmetic mean in direct method is equal to sigma fi xi by sigma f. What is the arithmetic mean? Sigma fi xi by sigma f. What is sigma fi xi we got? This is 425. What is sigma f we got? It is 15. So what is the value? 15 twos, 15 eights, 28, 28.3. So the value would be 28.33. Okay. So this is the arithmetic mean for the data he has given. Okay. So what is this 28.33? This is the average mark of the student in the entire class. So how many students are there? 15 students are there. So in 15 students, the average mark is 28.33. That is the arithmetic mean gives. It is the data we got it from arithmetic mean. What it represents? It is the average value of the student in the class. So this is the way how to find out the arithmetic mean in direct method when class interval and frequency are given. Okay. So my dear friends, today I will end the session here. In next class we will do other two methods. That means assuming mean method and mean deviation method. Okay. Next we will do all the three from one problem. Okay. Okay. So today I will end the session here. If you like this video, please click on to like button and please share this video to all of your friends, and please do subscribe our channel, because if you subscribe our video, automatically the future videos which we are going to do, automatically you will be updated. Hope you will do it.